Hello, guys. Welcome to Ramta Solutions. Welcome to your grade 10 mathematics. Today, in your past examination papers, we are looking at a question paper from the Northern Cape, Maths Paper 1, by the way, that was written in September 2024. As is the case, before we start answering the questions, we're going to remind you of some few things regarding your examinations. Remember, all the instructions are important. However, we will select some few instructions that we want you to keep in mind. For example, instruction number 4, clearly show all calculations, diagrams, graphs, etc. that you have used in determining your answers. This is very important. Anything that you use to determine your answer, show it on your exam answer sheet. Okay. Now, instruction number 5, answers only will not necessarily be awarded full marks. So try to show steps where necessary. If necessary, round off answers to 2 decimal places unless stated otherwise. So a tip here is that in the middle of your calculations, if you have long questions in the middle of your calculations, if you happen to round off, at least round off to a minimum of 4 to 5 decimal places, then only round off your final answer to 2 decimal places. Okay. And otherwise, you are good to go. Now, let's go. The section is on question 2. It can normally be question 2 and 3, or it can be question 2 only. Okay. So let's see. Question 2 says 2.1. Determine, given the arithmetic sequence 1, 5, 9, and so on until 181. Determine the nth term of this sequence. So this is 1, 5, 9, and so on until 181. 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 5 is 4. It seems like it will be 4, 4, 4 because they said arithmetic. Therefore, I'm expecting general term to be 4n minus 3, but let's use the formula. General term is a plus n open bracket, a plus open bracket n minus 1 times close times d. What is a? A is 1, and leave it as it is. D is 4. So this therefore becomes 1 plus 4n minus 4. And in conclusion, it is 4n minus 3. Perfect. So it is working. I'm not doubting it. 4 times 2 would be 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. Indeed, the second term is 5. So it's working. Okay. 2.1.2. Remember, guys, 1 mark, 1 minute. So this question says it is 11 marks. We must complete it in 11 minutes. Okay. Calculate the number of terms in the sequence 2.1.2a. The number of terms in the sequence. We said the general term is 4n minus 3. The last term here is 181. So let's look for the number of terms. So this is 184 equals 4n. 40 is 160. So this must be 40. Let's see. 184 divided by 4 will be 46. Sure. So this is 46 equals n. Right? 46 equals n. Now 2.1.2b says the sum. Now calculate the sum of the series 13 plus 17 and so on until 181. When you look at this, it'll be 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. So here, instead of starting at 1, they had started at 13. So this means they have cut how many terms? 1, 2, 3. So we know the first term, so I will use this formula because I know the first term and I also know the last term. I will use this formula. By the way, it's also given in your answer sheet, formula sheet rather. So how many terms are here? There were 46 terms, but for this particular series, the first, second, and third were omitted. So this means there are now 46 minus 3, which is 43. Let's go. So n is 43. The first term is now 13, sorry, and the last term is 181. On our calculator, let's see. 43 over 2 multiplied by 194. 194. Yeah, 194. It is 4,171. Okay, it is 4,171. Right? Perfect. Now, 2.2, let's see if we will be able to finish this in less than 11 minutes. The general term is, remember guys, Tn is an squared minus 5n plus c. Now they say T2 is T1 plus 1. What is T2? It means here, where there's n, you put 2. So it'll be a into 2 close square minus 5 open 2 close plus c is equal to a open 1 square close, of course, minus 5 open 1 close plus c. Okay, so what is this? This is 4a minus 10 plus c equals a, oh, I forgot plus 1, equals a minus 5 plus c plus 1. All right, so what will we have? I do see that a will come this side, we will have 3a, and I do see that when c comes this side, the c's will be cancelling. Therefore, we will be left with 10 will go that side, so it'll be 10 plus 1, which is 11, minus 5, it'll be 6, isn't it? It'll be, will it be 6? I'm not sure, guys. I'm really not sure. Yes, it's 6. Therefore, we can say A is equal to 2. All right? A is equal to 2, isn't it? A is equal to 2. So in case someone is wondering, hey, what did these guys do? This is for A minus A plus C minus C equals 10 minus 5 plus 1. All right? Okay, perfect. So they said we must find the values of A and C, isn't it? They said we must find the values of A and C. So we found the value of A. This means we can find the value of C. So it'll be easy. All right? So let's go. Let me go back to my black color. So you remember T1 is equal to, what is the value of A? Is equal to A. Okay, T1 is equal to A. What is the value of A? We found it to be 2. And where does n put 1? And then again, will it be right? Will it be right to be going this route? It won't be right. Yeah, it won't be right because we don't know what T1 is. All right, we don't know what T1 is. Do we? Yes, we don't. So let's just now head on to T. We also had T6. So let's now focus on T6 equals A is 2. Then where does we put 6? And then 5. Where does we put 6 plus C? What is the value of T6? T6, they said it is 48. So they said it is 48. So this is 2 times 6 squared is 36. This is 72 minus 30 plus C, right? Minus, So what do we have? Let's see. 72. Okay, 48. 78. Mark. 78 minus 72 will be 6. Therefore, 6. C equals 6. Isn't it? C equals 6. So let us now try this. We are good. We found A and C, right? So they are telling us that T sub n is equal to 2n squared minus 5n plus 6. Now let's try this. Let's look for T6. Let's see what we get. Okay, let's see what we get. So this is 72 minus 30 plus 6. Indeed, we get 48. This means our values are very correct, right? This means our values are very correct. Okay, this in red was just a test, guys, to show that or to prove that your answers are correct. Okay, so we are good. We were able to do this on time. Happy. Yeah. All right, moving on. Now let's see. We are heading to question 3 now. We are heading to question 3 now. My favorite. Question 3. Now, question 3, 3.1. Consider sum of terms from k equals 0 to p for 3 to the 5 minus k. It is equal to 1093 over 3. Write down the first 3 terms of the series. The first 3 terms. So term 1 will be 3 to the 5 minus 1, all right, which is 3 to the 4. And then term 2 is 3 to the 5. Oh, it's 3 to the, guys, you need to be careful. This is to the 0. Okay, this is to the 0. Term 1 is to the 0. Yo, you're gonna, so 3 to the 5 must be 243. I will confirm. And then term 2 will be 5 minus 1. And then this will be 3 to the 4. 3 to the 4 must be, 3 to the 4 will be 81. Okay. And then term 3 will be 3 to the 5 minus 2. It will be 3 to the 3, which is 27. Okay. Which is 27. And these are the first 3 terms. Okay, these are the first 3 terms. Remember, the first term, it doesn't mean that you must say 1. The first term starts at k equals 0. Okay, it starts at k equals 0. Okay, this is 3.1.1. So 3.1.2, does the series converge? Does the series converge? Motivate your answer. To motivate your answer, you need to say R equals T2 over T1 or T3 over T2. Okay, so I will say this is 81 over 243. This tells me that we have 1 over 3. Is that so? So 81 over 243 is 1 over 3. Right? It's 1 over 3. So, as you can see, R is greater than -1 but less than 1. Therefore, the series converges. Alright? Remember, for a series to converge, R must be lying between these values. So the series converges. Alright? The series converges. Alright? Happy? So the series converges. Now, 3.1.3, calculate the value of P. Calculate the value of P. So here we have sum of terms, it'll be equal to this. So because R is 1 over 3, we will say sum of n equals A into 1 minus R to the n all over 1 minus R. Right? Now the sum of terms is, first and first, we need to know what this n is. N is top minus start, rather end minus start plus 1. So it's P minus 0 plus 1. So n is P plus 1. Right? N is P plus 1. Happy? So that is our n. So we will say the sum of P plus 1 is equal to, what is the first term? I think it was 243. Is that so? 3 to the 5 was 343. Do you guys recall? Here was it. It was 243. 243. What was the R? The R was 1 over 3. It was 1 over 3, but to the power P plus 1. All right, to the power P plus 1 all over 1 minus 1 over 3. Right, going to the next page. This sum of terms is basically given to us as 1093 over 3. Right, so this is equal to 243. But if you like, you can just simplify it and say 243 over 1 minus 1 over 3. What do we get? Should we do it in that way? Maybe not as yet. So we'll just say, let's leave it like this for now. Over 1 minus 1 over 3. So 1093 on your calculator, guys. I want you to be writing this 1093 over 3 divided by 243 over 1 minus 1 over 3. Okay. All right. Let's go. So 1093 over 3 divided by 243 over 1 minus 1 over 3. Can't wait for you guys. All right. Now back to black. Now this will then become 2186 over 2187, which is equal to 1 minus 1 over 3 to the P plus 1. So we just go into swap. So you come this side, buddy, and you go that side, 1 plus, but this is not necessary, guys. Okay, this is not necessary. 2187. Okay, so 2187. Oh, minus. It's minus. It's minus. All right, it's minus. Okay, it's minus. So let's see. 1 minus our answer will be 1 over 3 to the powers P plus 1 is equal to 1 over 2187. So 1 over 2187. Let's look at 3 to the 6. Let's look at 3 to the 6. What is 3 to the 6? It is 729. What is 3 to the 7? 3 to the 7 is 2187. So what's giving this away is that I see here it's a 3. So this will be a power of 3. Going back, this looks like 3 to the minus 1. Okay, I'm writing this step only so that you guys, I don't lose you along the way. Okay, but otherwise it's not necessary. We could have easily said it's this guy. Okay, we could have easily said it's minus P minus 1 equals 2 to the, not 2, 3 man, equals 3 to the minus 7. This is not 2, but 7, but 3. Okay, so as you can see, when it's like this, we can simply say minus P minus 1 equals minus 7. Therefore, P equals, or if you like, 6 equals P. Therefore, P equals 6. Okay, P equals 6. Happy? Perfect. So the first question 2, was 15 marks, and this one is 14. So we must be done in 29 minutes. Okay? So we're done with 3.1.3. Happy? Perfect. Oh, we need a new paper, a new page rather. So 3.1.4, they say calculate the sum to infinity of this. So do you guys remember what the first term was? And the radius? What was the radius? Oh, not radius, common ratio. Constant ratio. It's 1 over 3. So sum to infinity, it's a formula given. Sum to infinity is a over 1 minus r. What is a? 243, isn't it? Yeah, 243 over 1 minus 1 over 3. Right? So let's see. This is, if you like, you can leave it as a fraction, 729 over 2, or you can say it is 364,50, whichever you like. Okay, whichever you like. All right. So this is us enjoying ourselves. This is us enjoying ourselves. Having fun, eh? Perfect. Now 3.2, the first term of a geometric series. Remember, guys, geometric sequence Tn equals AR to the n or to the powers n minus 1. So they say the first term, meaning T1, is equal to AR to the 1 minus 1 is equal to A, which is, what is it? A is A. So what is it? T1 is 9. So this means A is T1 is equal to A is 9. Now they say this ratio of the sum of the first four to the ratio of the sum of the first two. So sum of the first four over sum of the first two is equal to 13 over 9. Basically, that's what they're telling us, guys. Okay. Basically, that's what they're telling us. So they say we must find the common ratio of the series. They say we must find the common ratio of the series. So if sum of the first four is 13 and sum of the first two is 9, this tells us that um, it is an increasing one. So it means R must be, let me see, I think, will it be fair to think of R as being, I'm not sure. It's gonna be a fraction. Okay, I'm gonna make it to be less than 1. I think it's gonna be less than 1. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be less than 1. So we're gonna say sum of terms is equal to a into 1 minus r to the n all over 1 minus r. Can you see? Sum of 2 is 9, sum of 4 is 13. So this is sort of a bit slow, right? So this is okay. All right. So now this is what we do. We said sum of 4. What is sum of 4? Sum of 4, it means we're going to say, going to the next page, sum of 4, we're going to say a into 1 minus r to the 4 all over 1 minus r. Let me put it in a bracket like this. All over a into 1 minus r to the 2, close, all over 1 minus r, right? Close, is equal to 13 over 9. Right? Is equal to 13 over 9. As you can see. Now, as you can see, guys, um, these are cancelling. These are cancelling. Okay. And this, we can now say expand it, factorize it in other words. So let's factorize it. When you factorize it, it will be, it's a difference of two squares. 1 minus r squared all over 1 minus r squared, but 1 plus, okay, all over, or maybe in case there's someone that I'm confusing, 1 minus r to the 4 all over 1 minus r squared equals 13 over 9. And then difference of two squares, it will be 1 minus r squared multiplied by 1 plus r squared all over 1 minus r squared all over 13 over 9. So what do we have? These are cancelling. So we'll have 1 plus r squared equals 13 over 9. Then r squared will be 13 over 9 minus 1. R squared will be 4 over 9. Therefore, this will be square root of 4 over 9, which is plus minus 2 over 3. R is plus minus R is plus minus 2 over 3. but we need to be careful. It's plus minus 2 over 3. Right? It's plus minus 2 over 3. However, since when you look at this, they say it is 13 over 9. So I don't think we will have a negative, right? I don't think we will have a negative. So rather we say it's a positive 2 over 3. Okay. It is possible to have a negative, right? It is possible to have a negative, but for now, I want to doubt that it's a negative. In fact, I'm doubt it is not a negative. It's gonna be a positive because some of the first two is basically 9. You get this? So it must be this. So we are good to go, guys. So we are good to go. Remember, the first term is 9. The first term is 9. And if the first term is 9, check this out. The first term is 9. And they say the ratio of sum of the first 4 terms of the series. Ooh, it's check this out before we conclude this. If sum of the first two is 9 and sum of the first 4 is 13, this is not to say that they are exactly 13 and 9, right? But with what I'm seeing an increase. So with me seeing an increase, I do not expect the ratio to be a negative. So I will therefore leave it as a positive. It makes sense for me. Okay. Because if you make a mistake of thinking that sum of the first two is 9, you are up for a shock. A ratio would even be, maybe you might find that this was 26 over 18, meaning it was, let me use a different color, maybe it was 13 times 2 over 9 times 2, which is 26 over 18. You get this? So don't make the mistake of thinking time the second term was 0. Okay, guys? Thank you. All right, so bye bye.